Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Ghosts in another episode of KEM Strike Saturday, which of course is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in KEM Strikes. This one was sent in by a guy named The Friendly Machine. What we got going on here is a game of domination on the map Warhawk, running around with the golden AK12, and we're actually going to get ourselves an awesome double KEM Strike in this gameplay. The perks we're using for this gameplay, let's get those out of here first and foremost, and I should also note that throughout the first KEM Strike here, he does pick up a few other weapons, namely like this Maverick here. He's kind of runs around and gets some kills with those, but regardless, it's still a double KEM Strike, and I think you guys will enjoy it. The perks he's running around with, we're going to be using Sleight of Hand, which is just a fantastic perk. I mean, Sleight of Hand, man, the evolution of Sleight of Hand is pretty interesting to me, right? So, Sleight of Hand was completely useless in Call of Duty 4 and in World at War unless you played hardcore game modes. Like, in Call of Duty 4 World at War, you had Stopping Power and you had Juggernaut, and your Tier 2 perks, like the second perk slot, was either Stopping Power or Juggernaut 99% of the time. It was just silly not to use either one of those, which is why you'll notice neither one of those perks are even in Call of Duty anymore. It's just because they were such crutch perks that they just removed them from the game, and no one was ever really able to experiment with any of the other second tier perks unless you were playing a hardcore game mode that didn't require Stopping Power or Juggernaut. So because of that, Sleight of Hand for the first 2 years, no one ever used, or at least if you played the core standard playlist, you never used Sleight of Hand. But now you think of Sleight of Hand, it's like one of the go-to perks in Call of Duty now, whereas in the first few years of Call of Duty having perks, no one ever really used it. We got Stalker, which I talked about in the last episode of KEM Strike Saturday, which is one of my favorite perks in Call of Duty as of recently. We've got Scavenger, which is you need ammo. You definitely need ammo if you plan on moving around enough to the point where you can just pick up the ammo rather than have the something like fully loaded where you start off with max ammo. Then go for that. Go for that. It's either Scavenger or fully loaded. I recommend at least one of them if you're playing Call of Duty Ghosts. And we decided to go with Scavenger here. We've got Focus, best perk in the game, just so freaking good. And we've got Hardline, so he may acquire his specialist bonus as well as his KEM Strike a little bit faster. So that's always pretty nice. That's definitely freaking awesome. So let's start talking about the fact. Let's talk about the elephant in the room here, about the fact that this is probably the final episode of KEM Strike Saturday. Manly tears coming down my cheek right now. Final episode. So I went back and I looked at the playlist here on my YouTube channel, and KEM Strike Saturday, the playlist is called KEM Strike Saturday, but it also includes my own KEM Strikes in there as well. If you guys don't know, KEM Strike Saturday is a series I've been doing here on my channel since Call of Duty Ghosts came out, where subscribers send me in KEM Strikes. I break down the KEM Strike, I talk about the perks and the gun and the map and the particular strategy they may be using in that gameplay, and at the end of the video, link their channel, talk about their channel a little bit, kind of do a little bit of promotion for them as well. It's a nice series. I've really enjoyed doing it. It reminds me a lot of a series I did way back in the day. Two series actually, where I did Moab Monday and Moab Friday, which was basically the same format as KEM Strike Saturday, but it was in Modern Warfare 3, and it was with Moabs, and I did two of them a week rather than having just one day for it. Like I'll do one, like one Moab would go up on Monday, and that'd be Moab Monday, and then one Moab would go up on Friday, and that'd be Moab Friday. Whereas here in Call of Duty Ghosts, we decided to do KEM Strike Saturday, where we would do 2 to 3 KEM Strikes every single week. And I've looked back, including my own KEM Strikes, which I never actually featured. Like I would never feature my own KEM Strikes on KEM Strike Saturday, because that KEM Strike Saturday is about the fans. It's about the subscribers and their gameplays they send in and stuff. So whenever I got my own KEM Strike, I would just upload that throughout the week just as a normal video, and maybe talk about the gameplay, or I would use it as a backdrop to whatever I want to talk about, right? But in total, on my channel, this would be the 130th KEM Strike on my channel, which I think is kind of nice that it kind of ended off on a nice round number like that. I think that's definitely pretty cool. But it is always sad, I suppose, to see a series go. You know, I run a Let's Play channel near Let's Plays, and people always seem really sad, like, oh man. Well, it's not like I'm gonna cry kind of sad, but it's like I really enjoyed that series. I'm sad to see that series go. Like when a Let's Play's over, it's like, all right, guys, we've beaten this game. This game is done. We've done like literally everything there is to do in the game. It's time we moved on. Time to do something else. Time to greener pastures. That kind of thing. But there's always that kind of nostalgic moment where it's like, man, I liked KEM Strike Saturday. That was fun to make every single week, and people really seem to enjoy watching it. But I am looking forward at the exact same time to DNA Saturday. I think I'm going to call it DNA Saturday. If people want to do this, if people like the format, which I really think they do, and I think it's going to be kind of like a unanimous decision across the board, that we should do the exact same thing. There's the first KEM Strike, by the way. We should do the exact same thing that we did in Call of Duty Ghosts with Advanced Warfare, and do something called like DNA Saturday, where it's basically going to be the DNA bombs in Advanced Warfare, and basically do the same format as we did for KEM Strike Saturday. I think that'd be fun, but I gotta say, man, my experience with the game early is everything super competitive, and it's really hard to get good kill streaks. Like I put in 10 hours, I want to say. I think about 10 hours into Advanced Warfare's multiplayer, and we're right there. We did a nice little transition. Now we're going to the part where we actually get the second KEM Strike. I put in probably 10 hours into Advanced Warfare's multiplayer. I think the highest kill streak I've gone on is like a 12. So, something like that. And it's not because I'm horrible, which I'll admit I'm pretty bad at Advanced Warfare. It's kind of a system shock. It's kind of hard to get used to. But it's just the nature, like the competitive nature of the games that you're playing when you have the game early. Like every game I get into is against pro players and other YouTubers and stuff, and every match is super competitive. Everyone's KD is roughly around a 1. Some people go slightly positive, some people go even, some people go slightly negative every single match, and no one really seems to excel. Man, it's pretty tough to get gameplays early, and so I'm wondering, how easy is it going to be? Are we going to have to wait out a few weeks before there's actually even any submissions for DNA Bomb Saturday or just DNA Saturday? I think that's a better ring to it. I don't know, man. It's a 30 gun streak. KEM Strike is hard. KEM Strike is definitely hard. That's a 25 gun streak, 24 with hardline. Well, in Advanced Warfare there is a hardline perk, but man, you don't get that till later on. So if people are going to want to go ahead and get DNA bombs, they're going to need to go on a 30 gun streak, which is pretty freaking hard. I gotta say, it's pretty freaking hard. I got on like a 12 kill streak, and I was really happy about that. So it's gonna be a system shock, and it might be kind of hard for a lot of people, I think, to be able to kind of wrap their heads around Advanced Warfare and get so familiar with the game and comfortable with the game to the point where they can actually start getting these kind of kill streaks and start submitting that kind of gameplay. So we'll have to see about that. We'll definitely have to see if people can get that. But once again, it is kind of sad, I suppose, to see KEM Strike Saturday go. I gotta say, it's kind of nice that randomly it ended on an even number, 130. I don't know why. I thought that was kind of nice. I ended with 130 KEM Strikes here on my channel. I thought that was kind of cool that it wasn't something like, oh man, 129 episodes of KEM Strike Saturday or something like that. It's a nice even number. I had a lot of fun doing this series. You guys, I think, had a lot of fun watching this series throughout the weeks. You guys look forward to it every single week, and I looked forward to making them, man. It was one of it's definitely the most time-consuming videos I've ever made, like at least during this past year. Like the videos I do for KEM Strike Saturday, like doing 3 videos every single week and going through like 50 plus submissions every single week and watching all of them, then of course downloading the videos and editing them together and doing research on the person's channel and things like that. It's all stuff that I like doing, but it definitely was very time-consuming. It's definitely time-consuming. That's why KEM Strike Saturday this week has gone up kind of late as compared to other weeks, just because we went out to dinner tonight because it was my mom's birthday the other day, and we decided to finally go out for dinner for that, and because of that I was a little bit late on being able to start recording this kind of stuff. But as you guys can see, he actually got the KEM Strike there right as the game ended. Mr. Friendly Machine, look at him go, getting 75 kills and a double KEM Strike. Apparently he choked a triple KEM Strike, but I didn't feature that part in the gameplay because we're interested in the KEM Strikes here on KEM Strike Saturday, so we just wanted to see that. But a final score of 75 and 6, which is just a fantastic overall score, and I think a nice double golden KEM Strike there was a pretty awesome way to kind of wave our hats goodbye at KEM Strike Saturday. Well, I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of KEM Strike Saturday, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And if you guys like to go ahead and check out the Friendly Machine, who of course was the guest in this episode of KEM Strike Saturday, he's been featured, I think, twice before in the past. It's weird how I can't tell you the exact number, but I can remember every single person that was actually featured on the show before. It will run his YouTube channel if you guys want to check him out. It's youtube.com/thefriendlymachine. And our man here has some fancy gameplay, as well as lately he's done like a lot of different kinds of videos covering Advanced Warfare, talking about news about the game, as well as kind of like offering his own speculation about the game. In all honesty, I would say the kind of videos that he makes on his channel are pretty similar to the ones that I make on my channel. So if you guys like the stuff on my channel, you're gonna like stuff over on the Friendly Machines channel, and chances are some of you guys already subscribed to him from his previous submissions that he's had here on KEM Strike Saturday. Well, that is it. I guess that is the end of this week's episodes of KEM Strike Saturday, and as a whole, the end of KEM Strike Saturday overall, which is kind of sad, man. Maybe sometime down the future, maybe somewhere down the line, we may be making like a return to KEM Strike Saturday. Maybe just randomly one Saturday we'll have a KEM Strike Saturday birthday thing or something. I don't know, something like that. Maybe we'll see. Never say never when it comes to YouTube series. YouTube series come and go all the time, but randomly they can just come back at any time for no real reason, just out of nowhere. I could be like, hey guys, we're gonna do KEM Strike Saturday today. No one's gonna expect it. And everyone's gonna love it. It's gonna be really cool. That could happen sometime in the future. We never know. So this may be the final episode of KEM Strike Saturday, but for right now, it is the end. And there might be one in the future, but we never know what the future holds. So do hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and thank you guys for all your continued support of the show and of this series as it has gone on over the past 10, 11 months since we've been doing it. It's definitely been a lot of fun. Thank you guys all for watching it. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.